Hello there. A new addition for the workshop and for the lathe, and you will know that this is a vertical mill inside. It's a Myford one, and I'm hoping I can use this on my lathe, but I think it needs a good clean up first, doesn't it? She got a name on there all the way up. Yeah, it does say Myford on it, so it is a genuine Myford part. Nice little T-nuts. Hopefully I'm bidding on a little Myford vice. I'm hoping I'll fit this as well. So, but it's not running very well at the minute, this, and I got it cheap for what these things are. Usually these things go for sort of like 75 quid up to plus 100. And it's got a little bit of damage on there from something. I don't know why. That was perhaps gouged out for something on the machine that it was in the way of. But this is, yeah, that's unscrewing. So yeah, I've got to see if I can get the lead screw to turn on there. I'm sure it will. So it's take it apart time. Well, that's coming out. Okay, it's off. Looks like there's a little fibre washer on there. So one side it fits and the other it doesn't. That's got it. Let me get a screwdriver. Slacken the gib. Okay, that slides okay. That is just muck in there, that's all. It could be a little bit of surface rust. No, that's not. It just wants a good clean. So it seems like there's a little, like a fibre washer there. seems okay. Right, well that's got surface rust on, so that can go in the vinegar. I'm now using vinegar for rust removal. I prefer it to the electrolysis because I can just have a tub here at any time and use it whenever I want. So I don't think really this is rusty at all. I think it's just dirty. So perhaps that doesn't need any rust removal. I might just have a go at cleaning that better. It has a bit of surface rust on the bottom. I wonder if that's one from the parts washer, the old deep fat fryer. Oh, I think it's just generally grubby. That's all. Yeah, I think that's the only bit that really needs to go in. I might pop that in, bring it up shiny out. Thing is, it won't all sit in there, so no, I'll clean that first. And the gib. Yeah. Just needs a good clean, which is what it's going to get. Well, I've just gone over the gib with a bit of wire wool, and that's fine. I think that's just about all this thing needs, is a good clean up, a good lube. Better clean than that, but it's got the worst of it off. I think that's going to be a candidate for the vinegar bath, just to get the minor rust off. It won't take long. Bit on that end. What's this thing like?
Seems cool.
Yeah, that looks like that's die cast. That's probably zinc, aluminium and whatever. Not sure what that's made of. It's a good clean. Oh, it's looking better already. Looks good. Oh, looks perfectly good to me. I might put that bit on the buffing wheel and give it a shine. Maybe even the same with this part. Oh, initially I don't think that's come up too bad. Yeah, I'll work further on it. Right, we've got all this cleaned up. There's only one of these mounting bolts that mount that onto the, I should imagine that's onto the compound slide on the Myford lathe, but I don't really need that. So anyway, I'm trying out a new position for the camera here. I've made a little mount that sits above my bench, so hopefully you won't get too much view of my belly, but you'll have a better view of what I'm doing. So anyway, let's put this back together. I think it actually cleaned up quite nicely. Right, I gave a couple of bits a bit of a polish, nothing too fancy. Just something to clean them up. Now, while I'm putting this together, we'll talk about fitting it onto my Turnell and Odell lathe, because this was designed to fit a Myford. I've got to do something completely different to get it to fit. So I'm going to ask those of you out there that have Myford lathes and perhaps have one of these attachments, what your thoughts are on fitting it to my lathe. I'll show you some images of my lathe and what thoughts I've got on how it fits. But the things I'd like to know is the relationship of this, of where the spindle height is on here, so I can match mine at the same. Mine is a 4.5 inch spindle height lathe, and I should imagine most Myfords are as well. Some may be a bit bigger. Put that on there first. So yeah, ideas on how it fits. I've actually ordered in a piece of 20mm steel plate because the bottom part of my compound slide is roughly that. It's probably 3/4. But by the time I've cleaned up some at 20mm, it's probably going to be 3/4 or less anyway. So hopefully I can make something to fit, and I can have it so it pivots, because I'm going to use the two compound pivoting bolts or nuts that's on the cross slide at the moment, so I can actually pivot this. And I might actually turn it round, because there's a scale on the cross slide for the compound slide, so I can probably use that, but we'll see. Okay, so that'll do. That goes on next, and it gets a little tight. Oh no, actually that fibre washer goes on next, then that. I think I might need to just put something on a little block, because this is tight on that screw. I don't know whether, well, not some tight, it's just a little more than will wind down on its own. So I'll just put something under there. That's it, I'll stop that moving down. There's no real pressure there. Right, and we'll take it away, back it off a little bit, just so it'll turn. And we use that to tighten it. That feels nice. Right, and we put the gib in, can't we? A little bit of light oil. Yeah, it won't matter if it's that's going to go that way up, isn't it? That way. That's the way.
Yeah, these have got these. You've got washers on. I like a washer.
Somebody sneezing. Well, the auction I was bidding on the vice for this, I actually won. Had to pay nearly as much as what I paid for this to get the vice, but hey ho. At least it will all match. Right. That looks to be. Absolutely no play in it. Oh, I think that's come up alright from what it was. Drop a bit of oil down in there and there. That'll do. There you go. Right, here at the lathe. So this is what I want to make, and I've ordered a piece of 20mm, and it's 6-inch square steel, and the cross slide here is slightly under 5-inch. Just and a little bit more than 4 3/4. So I should be able to make something, but I've got a scale on here for degrees, and I just want to make something that will fit on. I can bolt down and bolt that slide on top, because I think that height there is too high. So battery's about to run out. So yeah, I need some thoughts on what's the best height. Probably going to say something right down there, but hey ho. Anyway, hopefully you'll come back with something good for me.